And on Frontline Television, the program is Frontline. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now I was talking about the 2025. As we start 2025, yes, there has been speculations of how will this year look like, what has been the focus for the year 2025. But most of the time we forget that we individuals are the center of what makes the year or how the year will look like. Now today on the program we would be talking about a very important topic that, yes, it's needed at this time. Don't forget that Nigeria and in the global world we've got economic meltdown, and several questions have come to mind. How are we going to navigate the year 2025? You know, how well is my finances? How will I manage it? How would I? How, and you know, several questions like that. All right, this morning we are talking about maximizing opportunities in 2025. And not just maximizing. How are you going to monetize these opportunities in the year 2025? This will be a focus. But I will not be the one talking about that. We will have an expert in the studio right here, and it's a pleasure, you know, very pleasure of having a special guest right here with us in the studio. And our guest is a quite dynamic and inspiring Reverend Dr. Mrs. Adenike Victor Tade. And for those who don't know her, this is the popular, you might not know by that name, but you know the popular Mama Empowerment right here in Nigeria. And also she is a clergy, she is an accountant, she's a businesswoman, you know, she's a philanthropist, she's a farmer, a pro-entrepreneurship advocate, and you know, to cap it up, she is a politician, and she's contested to be the governor of your state, and also for a senatorial seat in recent times. So she's a woman of many parts. So I think this is the right person to talk about opportunities in the year 2025. Having explored several opportunities and maximizing them, you know, ourselves. It's good to have you join us on Frontline this morning.
Good morning and Happy New Year to Shegun and everybody, New Frontier, and our viewers dear how. I pray that the year 2025 is going to be a beautiful year for us, and God is going to open our eyes to diverse opportunities that will make us better as person.
All right, amen to those prayers. Okay, let's move on ahead now and talk about what we have this morning, maximizing, monetizing opportunities. May I first say that in your wealth of experience, how do we even recognize opportunities when we see one? You know, events, happenings around us. How do we even notice, oh, this is an opportunity for me?
Yes, a lot of virtues help us to discover opportunity, to discern opportunity. If one is a calm person, if one is diligent, if one is calculating, if one is honest, you know, I'm trying to list the virtues that help us to discern opportunity. Someone who is not calm, when opportunity comes, he will not know. Someone who is not hardworking, when opportunities come, he will play it off. Someone who does not have integrity, when opportunity comes, he will therefore not, he will not sense it, he will not discern it. So I want to start by saying a person that wants to discern opportunity, because you have to discern it first, discover, recognize it first, before you'll be able to make best of them. That person must possess various virtues, honesty, integrity still around honesty.
Yes.
Skillfulness, have a relational value for people. But somebody you don't greet, somebody you don't really work with. Of course, we are bound to offend you ourselves, but the best out of it is to reconcile back as soon as possible. In fact, even in doing that, you discover another opportunity, you reconcile back to that person. So we need to be there, having good relationship with our neighbors, family member, as much as possible. You know, the Bible also put it, as much as possible, seek peace. Bible also recognize that it may be difficult. So I started by saying our virtues help us to discover, discern opportunity. So even the year 2025, if you want to design opportunity, you must go back to the table and ask yourself, am I honest enough? Like for instance, you may be in a, you may go out with your mom, your friend, getting there, two people are just discussing that relate with that your mom or relate with that your friend, talking about her business and go. You will see now, if getting to that garden, you don't give respect to those people talking from the beginning, you begin to size them up. You begin to say what jargons are they discussing, you know. Number one, you won't have listening here to their discussion. Now, let's say you have good rapport. You are people that welcome people, so charming. Immediately you see them and say, oh, money, my friend, and all that kind of thing. They'll be interested in you because already your attitude has invited them close to you. Now from there, what are you discussing? They will even be the one that say, bros, come. Probably you too may have interest in this. In fact, when you want to listen to their discussion, they won't say, what are you doing? Because already you have welcomed them. You have, by your character, show to them that you are mannered. What am I trying to say? From there now, you listen. As they are talking, because you build relationship, even though it's foresight, they may want to say, what do you think about this? There's an opportunity, and my brother don't want to put 25, 50, 25. They will bring you to the discussion directly or indirectly. From there, you answer, you say, they will do justice. I know you will do the needful. Your friend will do the needful. Jokingly, you are saying that still you are trying to gather their information, trying to gather their communication. At the end, you say, me too, and I don't mind. Because when they invited you into their discussion, you are not being biased. You make things, you justify the discussion. Let them know one is not guilty, the other one is not guilty. It's communication. You know, there is a sense of justice, sense of equity that is in this person. Is likely to be a good person. So when you say you are interested, though, they may give you some proportion percentage out of it. What I'm trying to say is, good relationship is important in discerning opportunities.
All right, we've heard that good relationship is very germane in maximizing opportunity. And during your talk, you did mention skills also, which is quite important. So let me ask this: that okay, how important rather is the place of education and skills, in monetizing now, not maximizing, monetizing opportunities?
Two of them are so important. If you are educated and you are not skilled, it's a problem. And if you are skilled and you are not educated, it will limit you. If you are educated and you are not skilled, which is one of the problems we have in Nigeria economy. We found out that some people, they are educated, but they are not skilled in that field. And probably I felt Mr. Shegun has been nice to me. So now that I'm in position, even though he's a mass communicator and I need engineering functioning, I say, come, you will learn on the field. Mr. Shegun is educated, but he's not skilled in engineering work. At the end, there's going to be zero performance. So education and skillfulness is very important. We have a lot of graduates that are educated, but they are not skilled in their profession. They are not. Electrical engineering from school graduated cannot. In fact, that one is too far. Accountants in the field that belongs to, you see them. We always need average of 6 months to train every of our employees before they will be able to give us, let me say, 25% performance. It's as bad as that. It's as bad. I'm talking practically. This is the field that belongs to, We need average of 6 to 8 months and continuously collecting salary, not giving back the service back to the money they are earning. We need 6-8 months, 6 months averagely to train an average accountant before they start giving you back the value you are paying. And they are graduates. In fact, chartered accountants. It's as bad as that. Educated, there's certificate, but there's no skill. That's it. And when you are not talking about skill and not educated, it will limit that person. Yes, like I'm into bag making. Now, if I introduce myself, oh, I'm Reverend Dr. Victor Sade, the doctor there, they underscore it and say, wow, it should be, they make the carpet straight for me already. They are ready to deal with me. They would tell themselves, oh, this person must be, is a learner, she must be reasonable. They expected much from me. And now when I say, I'm one of the contractors that's bidding for this bag, they'll be looking at me and say, you are also in skill. Now, where I enter to bid for contract, the raw side or the uneducated skilled people will not be able to enter the place. Okay. That's why I said it will limit them. I'm not saying they won't make it, but it will limit to what extent they can exploit even in their profession. It will limit it. But when you now balance the two, tell me, where will you be able to enter? You go to companies, you go to private sectors, public sector, and bid. When they are talking, the meaning. You will say, what do they understand by bid? I say, I want to sew back for you. They will even ask, oh, how much profit? He doesn't know the profit. In most cases, they don't make it in their businesses when they are skilled and they are not educated. Then it will affect them towards the type of customers they will have. When you are not educated and you are skilled, it will affect the type of customer that want to rally around you. The educated one will look down on you. Not that the negative side, but they will feel you won't be able to understand them. So they will take their businesses somewhere else. But when you are perfect, that's why as a pro-entrepreneur, I educate people, go to school, and your certificate. In fact, while you are going to school, ensuring you are learning a skill. I have one of my juniors that while he was in school, I took him to rebalancing and alignment. Now he's in US. In school, he studied economics in Yaba, and from there, now in US, he's selling cars. He's repairing cars. By the virtue of that skill he learned there, making his living. The economics he read helped him in dealing and doing business transaction, and the skill of rebalancing alignment is helping him in doing his trading. Balance. So parents, we should encourage our what? Even ourselves should determine to balance the two, the skill and education. I'm just generally talking to an average human being. An average human being who doesn't know what computerization is all about. We still have graduates who doesn't really skill in computerization, in digital knowledge, don't have it. That doesn't say they are not graduates. So I'm just talking generally now. But now when you now talk about people that have knowledge in digitalization, that is exploit, a great exploit. And those one really know that their money, their benefit, their opportunities, right in their small phone, and that kind of thing.
All right, yeah, you just dive into what I was intending to ask next, which will be, all right, now let's expand where you stopped more now, because the truth of the matter is that the advent of technology, AIs and the likes have expanded the landscape for opportunities. So now let me ask now, what and how well can these technologies be harnessed, for individuals to maximize these opportunities that might come from those areas?
If you will permit me, I want to round off the other one so that people will not feel, oh, since I'm not digital knowledge, digital skill, oh, it's like I'm written off. No, I still want to let them know that there are opportunities everywhere. When you enter a community and you discover, oh, this community is like they lack water, it's an opportunity for you to make money there. Oh, this community, there's no school, is far from this community. It's an opportunity to start a small lesson that will eventually grow to be a school. Oh, this community, they lack, hospital is far from them. You can go and learn a simple chemist or pharmaceutical something, to be first aid to them. And that's it. business too. Oh, this community, there's no fruit selling is far from them. It's from every problem come opportunities, and everybody should see it that way. And problem is everywhere. So I would say monetization of problems. Getting money from problems. Without problems, there cannot be money. It's because there are problems. There are some people who open their eyes, who design, could say, oh, these people have problem here. Let me find solution and make money. Finding solution to problem is what makes one greater than others. Now, when we talk about technology, a lot of opportunity from even our smartphone, technology generally, a lot. Was it last week? We received a message from YouTube that Villingsburg is now partner with YouTube and they can now monetize our content. Now, you can provide content. I saw a lot. Watch film and collect $1. Just 5 pages and collect $3 per page. You know? You can type for people and collect $1. Not even Naira.
Yes.
You don't know when you collect $3 per day or per hour. $3 per hour. And you can make 5 hours, $15. Multiply it by Naira now is 1.6, I'll be
1.650.
Can you okay, if it is 1.5, that is almost how much now times
15 is 25,000.
Do you see? And people will just, you see our youth with phone from morning to night and nothing is coming out of it. They can say just watch film. So one of my girls, even while she's in kitchen, she will be watching that film. Honestly speaking, watch film, collect $. If we type this thing, collect $. That's why I talk about whosoever want to maximize opportunity must be skillful, must be hardworking, must not be a lazy person, must know how to connect things together. They say watch film for hours and collect $. And you have other activities you are doing. Put your phone somewhere in the corridor of the kitchen and be cooking. Put your earpiece there and be listening to what they are saying. They want you to listen. They want you to summarize pages. You know, and you are collecting money. The list that is so simple is watch film. Because another youth want to watch film. You know, it look like lazy man work. I just love that idea when I saw it. Watch film and collect $. Promote this. Just place one advert onto your own wall and get money. Another one, they will say, oh, they put ad on your, okay, look for traffic. Let that be traffic on your Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all this. Where there is traffic, then they come and place advert on your wall and you begin to get money. Then many times present your product on your wall, Facebook or thereabout. Many times I bought something online, and when you go and discover, you know, in most cases when you go to market, those things are cheaper than online. Yes. But still they are making their money. They will give you one beautiful advert that you will think that thing, when you buy it, there won't be fault there. They are to attract you. Those small adverts. 101 opportunity on digital that we can make. So if by now people are still saying there's we were discussing this morning, is there really unemployment? I was discussing with my husband. There's no unemployment, but there is no targeted. You know, our youth are depending on the history they had 50 years ago. When you finish from school, there's a ready maker, there's a ready medicine. They don't want to face the reality that those era has gone, and that is why there is unemployment. The desired job is not available for them. And the economy we have all over the world, desired job is not available. Some of our people here that when they come from abroad, they spend $, they spend pounds, go and ask them what they are doing there. Good number of them are doing jobs that are not, that doesn't have dignity. You can't tell them, yeah, come and wash the cups and they will listen to you. Come and wash my plate. Come and do babysitter. I know of big women that they are big here in Nigeria, and that is what they do abroad. When they come, people will come and say, Mama has come. You know, and they are making their money. They saw the opportunity and they maximize it. Me too. That thing they are doing there is still possible here. When you sweep, you know, we have cleaners. They will sweep here 1 hour. Collect their 5,000 at the end of the month, sweep another 2 hours. At the end, when they raid all those money, you'll be collecting 100,000 per month. The opportunity is there. Some, don't bring your, you want somebody to come and stay with your baby at home. I'm available. Sit down there 8 hours before you know. And when you are sitting down there, you are still doing something, which you can be doing something on your phone, making money on your phone. Write content, just say, write something about the social things that are happening in Nigeria. Many things, we have a lot of content we can write and make money. Honestly speaking, that you just put it there. My neighbor fought with his wife, and you just say small thing about what causes it. It's a content already that will attract money if you keep on writing and you push it to reliable places. And that's just it. We have more than one thing to gain when we talk about technology. We should have to. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Let us seek knowledge. It says, seek knowledge and don't sell it. Seek wisdom, don't sell it. By the time you spend 3 months to go and seek knowledge, before you know, you will realize the money back with bountiful harvest.
Right, that's a good one. Well, now let's talk about another angle of maximizing opportunity that sometimes we don't see. Now, there's a place of hobby, there's a place of passion that most of the time we might not feel that I'm just doing this, you know, and we keep doing it while some other persons do the same thing and make a lot of money. Now, how well, or let me put it this way, because yes, you are pro-entrepreneurial advocate now, so it will be very good for you to talk about that. Now, how practical is it for individuals to take that step of monetizing your passion, your hobbies, what you do at your leisure? You know, how are the practical ways, you know, for you to maximize them into making money?
Yes, let's take somebody that beats drum. We have them in our churches. In as much that people will say it's wrong to say give me salary based on this, which my own philosophy, a laborer deserves wages. What if that's the only source of income? That's the only thing the young man can use to maintain to get best out of his life. You see people very skilled in playing guitar, skilled in playing keyboard. I really want to start from church. If you are not going to put them on small allowance, then we should be able to take care of them. They are going to school, at least say, this one has been helpful in the church, pay half of their school fees too. Yes, now, it's a bitter truth. That's their skill. If you are not going to pay their school fees, we know you worth 2,000 per hour. Our boy, you know, that's then they will say our boy. They are not necessarily the one that taught him how to play those keyboard. Even if they are the one that taught him, what of his time he put? You know, we have to, you know, there's a book I'm trying to write. If churches as a marketplace, what will you put? What will you not put? How will you sell your product? I want to sell church now, or I want to sell Jesus. How will I do? So Jesus said, the only why I'm existing is to do the business of my Father. So Jesus to recognize business, and he knows that the kingdom work is a business. So if it's a business, how do we handle it? What am I trying to say? I deliberately started from the church that is our major community. Now let church arise. Let church be there for all these youngsters, these people that do well. In fact, those who that decorate our churches, there's nothing bad at the end of the year. We recommend them. We give them a turkey, a gift, and say thank you for being there for us. I started from there. Now, we could be too holy and committed to our local churches. and by not asking for anything. Even if they offer us, we say, oh, Daddy, leave it. I'm doing it for God. Theology of work. Everything we are doing unto God. The moment you remove your work, your profession from affiliation with God, then you are not seeing God in his real sense. As a mass communicator, as the work you are doing now, if you remove the element of God, you tell yourself, I'm doing this work for myself, it will definitely lead you into manipulation. It will lead you into sinful heart. But when you tell yourself, I am God's servant, I'm God's employee, I'm doing this unto God, you know you will put your best. So everybody, whether you are paid or you freelance, whatever we call it, you are doing it unto God. Now, how do you maximize that your skill? People should help you maximize, because by the time you say, I'll be playing this drum set, every time I come, please give me transport fare. You are not asking for too much. And pure water money, because it's your church. You are not asking for too much. Of course, they may take it wrongly in the church and say, this young man has backslided, the money has opened his eye. When the young man move forward in his own life too, it too has life to maintain. And we should be reasonable to see to it. Oh, this is for your transportation, this is for your pure water. That is it. Now, how do you maximize that opportunity? Speak out. That's just it. You have to speak out. When David wanted to kill Goliath, he said, what will be given to whosoever that kill Goliath? Despite that, he wants to deliver his nation from the hands of Goliath. He was still negotiating for this assignment I'm going to do. I know I'm skilled in this, I can kill Goliath, but what are you going to give me? Speak out. It doesn't mean that you are backslided. It doesn't mean that you love money too much. It's not that. You only have to maintain your existence. It's because you are not liability that people are calling you around them. If you are liability, when they see your phone call, they won't pick the phone. Mm-hmm. We must gear ourselves up to move from the compound of liability to become asset. And one of the major things is sell your skillfulness, sell your talent, sell your passion. Sell your passion. Anytime, if I need a service from somebody, even no matter if it's my spiritual, even my daughter, what will it cost you to do this for me? I used to ask them. You know, say, this thing I used to give outsider, you want to come and begin to see negotiation too. I used to do it for outsider, for so, but because you are my mommy, so pay 50%. Do you see now?
Yes.
I make sure I compensate people for the service they render to me, and that make relationship move forward and smoothly. So what am I trying to say? Package yourself very well. Put value around yourself. You know, I came in, people say, oh, long time this thing. I say, I make myself scarce so that there can be value. Make yourself, you know, build value around yourself. Package yourself decently and add integrity. When you tell people, I'm going to do this for you, and you will deliver Tuesday, make sure you stand by it. You are building value and goodwill for yourself. They will just tell you at the end and say, you won't do it free for us, but you can be sure he will do good job. What again do you now want? You understand? Package yourself well. Speak out. Don't be grumble. Let people know your stand. Moving from church to your community, to your friends. You know, friends are always the one that exploit fellow friends too much. They always want things free. They forget that if you come to them tomorrow and say, I need money for my child's school fees, they will say, I don't have. So, you know, we are trying to say, how do you maximize this opportunity? So make sure you communicate. And communicate before you do the service. Negotiate before you do the service. Don't say, oh, it's my father. You know, sometimes you need to go from being boy to become man. So let people know, this thing I want to do for you, I will collect so amount just because you are my pastor, just because you are my friend. Sorry, you know, I could be wrong. I have to pay tithes. I have to pay offering. I have to donate to the growth of my community, my church. If If everybody is now looking for my service free of charge, how will I be able to do that? How will I be able to do that? I work and people want it free. How? How do you want me to survive? How do you want my life to glorify God? And I want our listener at home to really cultivate a positive lifestyle. Make sure you reward people's services. Make sure by that you'll be building asset community, not liability community. Don't go and be exploiting people's life. They have to grow. So build yourself physically, build yourself spiritually, build yourself economically. This one you need to know how to talk, how to give yourself a brand, how to make yourself scarce when you are building yourself. So that when you come out with fine quality that people pant to have.
All right, thank you so much for that. And let's talk about how can individuals effectively create a business plan for monetizing their skills. You know, we've mentioned that, which you explicitly talked about, you know, how that should, you know, monetizing our passion, our hobbies. But yes, how, you know, can individual now effectively create, you know, a business plan for it, you know, not having to just, you know, mention, okay, I want to monetize now, I want to start monetizing my hobby. Now, how should they develop a business plan that would be effective and yes, you know, they become a million profit from it?
Okay, when we talk about business plan, one side is a financial word, terminology. The other side, I want to believe you are talking about that one generally.
Yes.
An average business plan needed for business growth has to be done by professional, you providing information needed by ensuring that all your financial transactions are recorded, because you don't build something on nothing. Your activities are put in monetary value and are documented. These ones you put together, they will help you in doing your business plan. But I want to come from your angle. How do you now build that your general business plan? This one is not about, I want to use it for collecting loan or other kind of thing. Tag yourself. How do I want to spend today? Now, personally, I know, you know, I ask, how many minutes is this your program? From home, I've calculated. When I leave here, I only latest 10:30, I should be free here. Yeah. From 11, I should be somewhere else. I gave 2-3 group of people appointment in my office, and I give me 30 minutes interval. And in my office, if I give you 9 o'clock to see me, and you come like 9:20, you will stay there while I entertain others. You see, I am already planning. You plan your time. Planning of time is very important in you planning a business. Planning, you know, we are saying that making money out of your talents, giftedness, and go. You need a plan where you need to play somebody's ear for 2 hours, and you are there. You spend 4 hours. Already you started making loss. Already you started making loss because your target is not behind the schedule. Plan your time. Plan your resources. One of the major prayer I've prayed this year, and I'm still praying, God, any venture that will not bring profitability, do not allow me to have passion for that venture. Not to talk of at the end that will make loss. You know, it could be beautiful in your sight. Yes. And this thing, many people are planting plantain and they are making it. You may go there and you may not make profit. So my major prayer point, God, the business I will do this year that will not yield profit, don't let me even love that business at all. So you plan your time, you plan your resources. Sit down and say, this 50,000, I want to be selling pure water from it. Plan it. With this 50,000, can I get 5% profit on it? Because that's your target. Target everything you are doing. I've talked about time. If it is 2 hours that you have planned that you are going to spend so place, make sure you abide by it. You can postpone. You know, there are some people, by the time you start talking, they have a way of elongating your discussion. You that you have planned, You should be the one that will be controlling the thing and say, oh, boss, we can visit that thing another time. You will come up again. You will be breaking that discussion until you make sure you don't overuse your time with that person. Your resources, plan it before you do it. I told my farm manager, I said this year, now, we will plan it. If it is on 1 acre we want to plant like okra, me and you will sit down. We will do the GPS of that place. We will tell ourselves how many stand of okra we need on that acre to give us also profit. Because if we need 50 stand of okra to give us 500,000 profit, and eventually with only 20 stand, already from the beginning, the profit cannot be realized. I think you understand me now. So, but if we need 50 stand and eventually we got 55 stand at the end, there's what we call abnormal gain in accounting. That means at the harvest we say, we didn't plan this and we have extra. And me, your employer, will say, oh, Bobo, you should get this extra after your salary. I don't know whether I understand. Yes. Plan your resources, your money. I belong to a group and I discovered that each time they will say I should be I said, I'm not here for this thing, no. I don't spend my resources on this thing, no. I calculate. Even if I want to give God something, I say, God, come. This 5 naira I want to give you, I'll come. What? Because you say you will bless me. A giver will always be blessed. Now I'm bringing this 2 naira, how far? We discuss it, though. So, and that's how much more. So you see now, you don't plan your resources. It's very important you plan your resources. I used to tell people, your income monthly is not meant for you alone. It's meant for God. That's why he asked for 10%. And of course, it's meant for offering again. I don't know whether that one is 5%. It's still planning. It's still planning. So that you will tell yourself, there are some people, no matter how many times you call for offering in the church, somebody like me, I plan it every Sunday. This is how much I'm going to spend in church. So even if you say, number 1, we are dancing to the front. Number 2, we are dancing to the back. Number 3, you are dancing to the offering. If I've given what I have planned from home, nothing except emergency. If we are saying somebody is sick, we need to pay hospital, we can change. Now, you plan how much are you going to give your community, because your money is not meant for you alone. It's for community too. If you say 20% of my salary is going to be for community, now, if at the end, after you have spent 20% per that month, if one person come again and say this, you say, I saw it in next month. You see what I'm saying? Because especially in this Nigeria of our day now, in fact, if care is not taken, you won't have anything to show for your artwork. So you must plan. Don't eat alone, but don't let them eat more than you. It's still planning. Yeah. And in your business, you must be telling yourself, there are some fixed assets I need. So as you are growing, you need to say, oh, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, I must buy, probably you are using electricity before from all this NEPA. You know, I must buy a solar to a small. That's a fixed asset. Oh, I must buy a motorcycle from the reward of this my labor. You see, it's still planning. If you have that one in mind, at the end of December, you will get that motorcycle. We are planning business. Now, planning business is, oh, how do we increase our income? It's still part of business plan. Last year, all my income is 50,000. This year, I want it to be 60,000, 10,000 increase. What should I do? You have to review what happened last year. Is it because there's NEPA failure, electrical failure? Is it because economy was harsh? Why were why couldn't you have made it better than last year? You review last year business activities. Then this year you will now tell yourself, yes, I'm going to go extra. They have not known my business in Ido local government. I will go and do survey at Ido, get a business representative there. Are you seeing now? Even buy a small shop, rent a small shop there. Let there be licensing officer there. Do you see now you are expanding? If you have 5 local government to yourself before, you now say, this year I need 2 local government. You must go how to work towards it. Get more. Like I used the farming example that time. if your standard has to be 50 and you have less, you can't get the same results. So also other businesses. If you want better thing, I don't like it when people give complaint. Nigeria economy is bad, that's why business is not going fine. We can still rally around things. We can still work around things. They're still working around things. See, when I went to business school, do you know they taught us how to hijack somebody else's business? It's part of a training we learned there. You know, when they say this garri is fortified with vitamin A, all is lies. It's just opportunity to take some customer away from the other. You know, is to grab customer to yourself. Go and add something plus. I have a young man that designed flex for me. Every other person may disappoint, but when I got this man, apart from he may not disappoint, the people say he may not because human factor is there. He will come and deliver that flex in my house, in my office. That is a plus. That is what makes me to stop patronizing others and patronizing him. Add extra value to what you are doing that others are not doing. If everybody is drinking, coming to your salon, when they come, you only play tea. Why can't you introduce? As they are coming and they start, you just give them a chill bottle of Coke. Initially, you may be sponsoring that for the next 2 months. Before you know, you can now start and say, add the bill to their bill. Do you understand?
Yeah, thank you so much, Reverend Doctor. It's been a very insightful conversation. Yes, you've heard it. Add that incentives to the opportunity that's coming your way, and that's how to maximize the opportunity. And having to maximize the opportunity, yes, you can then monetize it. We've heard about how hobbies and passion can be turned into an opportunity for you to make enough money in this new year. And not just that, she mentioned something that strikes, and that is, for every problem comes an opportunity. So, look out for those problems that you can solve in this year. And yes, definitely, opportunity seems to be everywhere, but it takes, someone who is determined, to be able to see that. You've heard from Reverend Dr. Victor Tade, giving us insight into that, and is a pro entrepreneur advocate. You've heard different experiences as a farmer, as a woman of different feats, as an accountant, as a businesswoman. She's giving us insight into that. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate your presence, and the conversation has been so good. All right, we'll join us again tomorrow for another wonderful episode of Frontline. And until then, my name is Shegun Fumi. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning.